Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
New details are starting to emerge on why Jim Carrey left his lucrative movie career behind, and apparently he had no choice but to leave because the Hollywood gatekeepers were literally trying to take him out for exposing them.
I want to move on. I want to create. I want to annoy people that are, businessmen that want to take advantage of me.
During the 90s and early 2000s, Jim Carrey was one of the best paid actors in the world. In 1996, he made history by becoming the first actor to earn $20 million for a single film for his role in The Cable Guy. And he was one of the rare comedy actors who was in a position to demand any amount of money he wanted for a movie. But something happened to Jim Carrey that made him walk away from all these opportunities right when he was at the peak of his career. However, this wasn't an overnight decision. And if you go back and check some of Jim's old interviews, you'll see that he's been openly discussing the dark side of the industry for years. But at one point, Jim seemingly crossed a certain line by saying too much, and he left Hollywood because the shadowy industry figures he wanted to expose were allegedly plotting to silence him for good. So what exactly did Jim reveal about this secret Hollywood club? Did he really leave the industry because his life was in danger? Let's get into it.
I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion.
There's been a lot of talk lately about Hollywood being run by a secret club of gatekeepers who will stop at nothing to silence those who speak out against them. People like Kanye West, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and Ice Cube have all talked about this secret club, and all of them were labeled as crazy and nearly had their careers destroyed. And then there's Jim Carrey, who willingly walked away from his movie career after he exposed a secret society that runs Hollywood. In 2018, Jim told The Hollywood Reporter that his plan was to destroy Hollywood completely after he saw what goes on behind the scenes. I just didn't want to be in the business anymore. I didn't like what was happening, the corporations taking over. Jim also added that he chose to focus on painting instead because he got tired of, quote, having a committee in the way telling me what the idea must be to appeal to a four-quadrant whatever. He then went on to say that the only reason he decided to become a part of mainstream Hollywood in the first place was to destroy and expose it from the inside. My plan was not to join Hollywood, it was to destroy it, Jim said. Like, take a gigantic sledgehammer to the leading man and all the seriousness. This interview came out shortly after Jim's interaction with a reporter at New York Fashion Week went viral, when he basically mocked the entire industry for being meaningless.
There's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am. I mean, you gotta admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in
Boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
Now, at the time, a lot of people in the mainstream media made fun of Jim for the interview and tried very hard to paint him as crazy. However, over time, more of Jim's past interviews about Hollywood resurfaced, and people finally started paying attention to the message behind his words. One fan recently commented on Jim's Fashion Week interview, "This video clip has solidified him as the most respectable man in Hollywood. Few celebrities have the guts to puke up their own ego like this while simultaneously tearing down everybody else in their industry." But this wasn't the first time that Jim openly mocked Hollywood and the people who run the show. When Jim appeared on Jimmy Kimmel back in 2014, he walked in making what is believed to be a secret sign of the Illuminati. Jimmy Kimmel acted clueless, claiming that he had no idea what that sign meant. However, Jim called him out, saying that everyone in show business knows exactly what it means.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy.
Jim then said that he was there to expose the secret society that runs Hollywood. However, the audience kept laughing because they thought that Jim was just joking.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it,
to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it.
But then Jim said something about how talk shows and other entertainers are basically government puppets hired to distract people from the real issues, and you could tell that this made Kimmel really uncomfortable.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things, and you know, and you know, look at him trying to cover it up. It's hilarious, hilarious.
After this interview went viral, Jim gained even more supporters, with fans pointing out that Jim was a genius for staying in character to protect himself while at the same time delivering an important message. This is why he's still alive after trying to tell the world, one fan said. Telling everyone while staying in character and letting people laugh about it. The man is a genius. There were also rumors back then that the audience didn't laugh after Jim started talking about the government using entertainers to distract the public, and multiple people who were in the audience that night claimed that the laugh track was added later on. One person commented on the video saying, "My dad was there was no laughter there, it was added to cover it up. Thanks to Jim for putting his life in danger to say this." But what's also disturbing is that almost exactly a year after Jim appeared on Jimmy Kimmel, Jim's girlfriend Catriona White died from an OD. Following her death, Catriona's ex-husband filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Jim, claiming that Jim illegally supplied Catriona with prescription drugs involved in her death. However, Jim denied this and issued a heartfelt statement implying that he was being set up. Jim's statement read, "What a terrible shame. It would be easy for me to get in a back room with this man's lawyer and make this go away. But there are some moments in life when you have to stand up and defend your honor against the evil in this world. I will not tolerate this heartless attempt to exploit me or the woman I love." Jim went on to say that Catriona's troubles were born long before he met her, and added, "I really hope that someday soon people will stop trying to profit from this and let her rest in peace." The lawsuit against Jim was eventually dismissed. However, Jim was never the same after this tragedy, and in 2022, he announced his plan to leave Hollywood for good and dedicate himself to painting. "I really like my quiet life, and I really like putting paint on canvas, and I really love my spiritual life," Jim said. "And I feel like, and this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists, I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough." However, ever since Kanye West publicly claimed that Hollywood handlers tried to Michael Jackson him, fans have been speculating that Jim left the industry because the secret society he spoke out against was threatening his life, and some people even claim that the death of Jim's girlfriend was a warning. "Jim Carrey is aware of what Hollywood is," one fan said. "That's why he tried to expose them, and in return, his loved one died. He is throwing up the obvious, but people don't seem to catch on because they stay asleep. He's been trying to tell us forever now." And another person added, "He's seen firsthand what this industry has done to change people once full of life, compassion, and humanity into self-absorbed, self-appointed gods demanding worship. Not to mention, he's surely seen the deepest depths of depravity among his peers, which is soon to be on full display." But let's hear your thoughts on all of this. Why do you think that Jim Carrey turned his back on Hollywood? And did he put his life in danger by exposing the industry? Comment down below, and don't miss out on this next video.